Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and Ash. Come join us as we explore the world of bourbon and cigars, which offer a rich tapestry of flavors, aromas, and experiences. This week's episode, we're going back a little bit into the heart of Kentucky to talk about a famous bourbon and the bottle that they bottled it in. Stay tuned.
Salió de Rosa Hola, ey, ey, estaba perdida y ahora anda en todos lados, ey, ey, uno prendido y el otro.
All right, so today we're going to be reviewing Willet, and it's this very cool bottle. Is shaped like a pot still.
It's one of the coolest bottles.
Yes, absolutely.
It is very unique. I can't remember another bourbon bottle that is quite as unique as this one.
Yes. So it was founded in 1936. They are located in Bardstown, Kentucky, and they have this very pretty,
picturesque.
yes, very
distillery.
pretty distillery. The grounds are gorgeous. It has this mill on a little river.
It's got a river right next to it, which is where they get that Kentucky water from that they always talk
limestone
about.
water.
Yeah.
And then we were lucky enough to go on a tour, and you go through it and everything. They have the one thing that will stick in our minds forever, they have these big old fat cats.
Oh, yes.
Gorgeous, just fat cats. Just
And they owned
in, like,
that distillery.
every room.
Yeah,
yes.
they owned that distillery.
Anyway, it's family owned, still family owned today.
Mm-hmm.
So just notating a couple of things. So we're doing the Willet pot still. They do have six different expressions above and beyond this one. Also to include a Maryland style rye. You guys remember the rye? Mm-mm. So one of the interesting things that points out to me when we talk about this bourbon is that this is the only bourbon that they source. Super excited about it. When you were talking about the bottle, yes, that's correct. They have a pot still on their property, and it is to represent the pot still. So super excited. Color looks really nice. It's got a very bright hue of amber. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, I'm excited to try this and review it. One of you ladies want to do the honor of pouring it. Tasting notes. Supposedly, there's going to be a lot of lemon and citrus. Mm-hmm. We don't know that, so we're kind of looking forward to seeing what we can get if I can stay sober enough to finish this episode after Trisha's 5 ounces.
It makes a unique noise.
It makes a
Yeah.
very unique noise.
like
It almost
bubble-
sounds like when it comes out of the barrel when they don't install the that aerator. You know, the little
Yeah.
wishbone looking thing.
Oh,
Here, let me get this for you.
well, you can definitely smell it.
Oh yes.
Oh, very
it does
strong.
have great
You want to
fragrance.
switch?
Okay.
So before we take on the nose and the palate and the finish, we again just appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this week's episode. And we appreciate everybody, all the new subscribers. Welcome to our channel. We look forward to entertaining you for the next few years, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Absolutely, hopefully. Para Dios, tu familia y tus amigos. Salud.
Salud.
Yeah, I definitely get that vanilla
my
and
goodness.
citrus right away.
Oh, I smell cherry pie. Do you guys get the cherry smell?
Some sort of fruit for sure.
Yeah, you're right, though. It is a lot on the lighter side, almost like a honey.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I smell cherries.
I get some dark fruits. Yeah, I do. It does have some sweet notes. I get the baking spice notes, like you're gonna make a cake.
Oh, it's
good.
definitely a lot warmer.
Oh, you tried?
On
We're trying.
the
Yes.
palate than it is on the smell. That kind of surprised me.
That surprised me as well.
How zesty that
Ooh.
first drink was at 94 proof. It kind of surprised me.
Be on the baking spice in the beginning for sure. That like black pepper, and that is all I can taste. I'm like,
Got a lot of spice.
is there anything else there?
It is spicy.
I'm gonna try it again.
I do get a lot of spice. Absolutely, the pepper, the. I'm trying to decipher if it's that cinnamon, the spicy cinnamon. It doesn't
Like
hit
a
me
red
like
hot?
it doesn't hit. Yeah.
But without
Like-
the sweetness behind
Yeah.
it, it's just the
It's just-
spice. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say this is more of that black pepper than cinnamon.
I mean, I can't taste anything else.
It's pretty warm, and for being as warm and fruit forward and citrusy,
Does it taste like it smells at all?
No, this
that's
it
a little
does
bit
taste
unique.
Very different. It kind of has a bit of ethanol or some
Yes.
kind of
Like flavor to it. Like I don't even know how to describe that
Yeah.
flavor of
you can taste
like alcohol flavor.
Yeah.
Like usually that's covered up in bourbons.
So I do find three things that are very prominent: spice, spice, and then more spice.
You almost get a little bit of that mashed corn at the end, but that's after you get through all the
Yeah.
spice
Well,
and
one
you
thing
let it
about-
sit.
the spice doesn't follow you all the way
No.
down.
No, there's-
it
I-
stays in your mouth.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I
And
didn't
it's
get
almost
that.
on
That was the
front
finish.
of
Yeah.
the tongue.
Yeah.
It doesn't even go to the back of the tongue.
Yeah, I get it a little bit in my back of my throat, and it kind of lingers going down a little bit, but it's
yeah.
not all the way down.
Maybe more for a cocktail. I could see this being a good cocktail.
Yeah.
I think it would hold well together. Little, in my opinion, it's a little light on the mouthfeel. I like those ones that stick around for a little bit, and you can really like pull some of those
Other
harder to get
flavors.
flavors, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what's that? And then it comes through. So I feel it's a little light.
If you guys are enjoying our content, please remember, hit that like and that subscribe and share. We appreciate you guys participating in our episodes. The more likes and shares we get, obviously, the more it helps grow our channel. We're excited to reach that threshold of 100 by the end of this month, and we're looking forward to growing the channel as much as possible. Again, if you guys have any comments or feedback on this particular bourbon or distillery, again, leave comments. We'll be happy to review them.
Yep. All right.
If you girls have had enough, let's go ahead and review this bourbon. Our famous B&A Richter of 1 to 10. 1 being terrible, 10 being the best bourbon you've ever had.
Awesome. Well, the things that it has going for it, a cool bottle. I mean, amazing bottle. I know we've talked a lot about it, but it's probably the coolest thing ever. I tend to like the darker bourbons. I think that for the most part they have better flavor. So when it came out a little light, it kind of scared me. When I tried it, it was baking spice and fire. So it fought back a little too hard for me. I'm a 5 on this one. Like Manny said, I think it'd be a great mixer because it does have that spice to hold up against the sweet. But I don't ever see myself grabbing this and sitting and drinking it.
I'll go a little bit higher just because I do like spice. Probably the first 2 sips were pretty hard with the, I don't know which alcohol. I don't know if you want to call
It's
it
the ethanol. It's ethanol. That's the
Okay,
core.
the ethanol flavor was, it's not my favorite. Other than that, all the other flavors I thought were pretty good. The baking spices were great, but I like the baking spice taste. I would probably give it a 6 or a 7 because
Well, you need to pick
on
one,
the
girl.
third sip, I actually tasted more.
You did?
Yeah,
I'm like
the
on my 5th and I
cinnamon
still
and
can't.
cloves and nutmeg, Of course, they're baking spices, but I didn't get as much of that ethanol red hot, like in the cinnamon red hots.
Sure.
I didn't get as much as that on the third sip. So I'll give it a 6. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I could, for a mixer, I think it'd be great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to probably agree with you, Trisha. I think look a little light, pretty fantastic bottle. I mean,
Oh,
A+ for marketing,
100%.
A+ for being able to create and patent this specific bottle so nobody else can use it. The nose was fantastic.
It was.
A lot of citrus, a lot of vanilla, a lot of caramel. The mouthfeel was great. It was real peppery. I enjoyed it, but then I think that's where it loses my interest because I expected a little bit of that warm kind of following through all the way, and it dissipated really at the back of my tongue. So on the finish, it was really weak. At MSRP being $50, it's an affordable bourbon. There are other bourbons that I would probably spend my $50 on over this one. And what's kind of sad in this particular case is this is their small batch. So you kind of expect a lot more flavor profile being their small batch. So having said that, I'm going to say, yeah, it's a 6.
I agree.
It is a cool bottle though, and if you want to hear a cool glug 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 when you pour it,
That was
That
neat.
is- it's cool.
so it'd be a cool bottle just to have on hand.
Conversational piece for
Exactly.
sure, right? And you need to go out there and try it. These are our views. These are our opinions. I feel that we're very diverse, right, in our palate. So hopefully we're giving you some good feedback. And if you haven't had it, you could go ahead and if you choose to go out, buy it and taste it yourself, you could kind of get an idea of what to expect. I'm going to say that I would probably give it a 6. The big things for me are going to be the mouthfeel. Mouthfeel was not there. It just did not deliver what I expected for it to deliver. Being that is their flagship. This is their flagship. I mean, they go out of their way to put in this awesome bottle that we've talked about. The color's a little light, and for my liking, I think a 6 is pretty fair in my opinion. Lots of spice. Maybe if you're a rye drinker, right? Because you're a rye drinker,
Right.
and you could kind of
I appreciate the spice on
right.
it.
So maybe a rye drinker, but if you're a rye person, boom, hey, there's something that you might enjoy.
Okay, 665. Okay, awesome. I mean, again, we're here to tell you guys our personal reviews. This does not reflect on our time spent at the distillery. It was a fantastic distillery.
No, yeah, that's definitely
beautiful grounds.
You need to do it if you get the opportunity. Spend the time. Go out there. If you end up losing your way, don't worry. They have these signs that say nope, and you just turn around.
Yeah,
Trust me,
My
there's a lot of
absolute
those.
favorite part of that is we were driving and it was like, do we turn here? And it literally has a big sign in black says nope.
Nope.
Maybe we can put one up so you guys can see it.
I have a little surprise for you guys. We're kind of in the position that we're looking to review other bourbons. So I thought it would be kind of cool to play a game with you guys, as well as kind of bring a little bit more entertainment to our guests that are watching our show.
Okay.
We're going to do a cool little spin the wheel
All right.
on our next bottle of bourbon for review. And these are not going to be allocated impossible. These are going to be your standard bourbons. Again, this is probably going to be for the next maybe 10, 15 episodes. We'll see how it works. You guys leave comments. Let us know if you like this. If you don't and you want us to go back to picking specifics, again, leave that comment. We'll look at it. We'll review it. But as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and pull up this cool little feature that I created on my phone. And you guys can see it at home. I'm going to go ahead and push spin. It has numerous bourbons. I think there's probably, and these are all bourbons, not whiskey. You know, all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Right.
And these again
are all bourbons.
are just based on stuff that are readily available, kind of on
Nice.
the lower end, and
Right.
they're not all big brands. So we want to kind of start leaning toward a lot of outside of Kentucky distilleries, and maybe reviewing and tasting some of those.
Absolutely, and I think that's a big drive for us, because we do want the bourbon. We want to find the readily available bourbon that is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck.
Yep.
Right. So that's an awesome idea.
All right, here we go, people. And you guys at home will watch this as we spin it. And it looks like, okay, Baker's 7 is.
Baker's
Baker's
7.
7.
Baker's 7.
Jim Beam.
Okay.
So again, this is a nice surprise. Well, I shouldn't say surprise because ultimately put
We're
the wind in the wheel.
surprised, Zach.
You're
We're
surprised.
not
We are
surprised.
surprised.
That'll be next episode is Baker 7. So looking forward to that. And always, please drink
Drink
responsibly.
Uno prendido y el otro está enrolado. Ey, ey, hoy es el día por si no me han probado.
Yeah, 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 ey. Vi que te dejaste de tu novio, baby, me alegro. Vamos a celebrarlo en Perro Negro.